All right, good morning everybody. It's another new job. It's actually been here at this property before. We did a little landscape bed right here. Built this one beforehand. And now we're laying retaining wall block. Block come from Lee Building Products. Rosetta, Grand Ledge, Ridgestone. One pallet of it. Here's the size of the block. 3 different sizes. We got 3 foot, 4 foot, 5 foot blocks. So we're going to see how this goes. First time laying these blocks. Building the wall over here. I'll show it to you here in just a minute. We got the customer in it, so keep them out of the video. But yeah, new job, new day, new year. All right, good morning again everybody. Hope you enjoyed that time lapse of us digging out the footer for the retaining wall. Running a little short on words this morning, I guess. Back here again, same spot. So we've got some gravel laid in. Mom's working on cleaning up this edge against the house, but yeah, we're gonna bring gravel out to here, get our base set in there so we can start setting stones in. Back around here, this wall is going to continue out just a little bit further. We're going to go into the backyard. There's a fence there for the dogs right now, but as you can see, I don't know how good you can see it right here, there's still a lift right there and the ground goes up pretty high over here, so we're going to bring this wall in so that this area of yard will be nice and level with the concrete all the way across. Then behind the wall it can come up. We'll have a little access way around there so that they can still get to their horses. We're coming 8 foot off of the house to the start of the wall, which will be right along there. Then we have our block, which is 20 inches. And then we'll have anywhere from 1 foot to 2 foot behind the block for our drainage stone and pipe. And all right, everybody, so here's the final product. We got 1/4 inch clean gravel down here as a base. Here's our retaining wall we built coming around. Mom doing some final grading. Then we come around here. To our steps going up. Got 5 of them, a little bit of plants, some nice rocks. We're going to fill the inside areas here and in between there with small river rock. And then we're also doing lights on the top of this, lighting for the stairs, and then lights about every 10 feet around the wall, and they'll come back here to the back. But we're going to redo this fence at some point, but this is the part we were called in for. We've got French drains for the gutterless system that they have here, and French drains run out, drain down. Till next time. All right, everybody, we're completely finished. So this is the outlet of a French drain. French drain runs down along here. We've got this gravel all nicely brought up, nicely around. Our steps are lights for the steps with a little flower bed on it. And then our retaining wall, we have our transformer. Bench. We did a step up back here, so because we were pretty much burying a full layer. Wall goes around, nice flower bed, everything regraded. Then graded away from the wall. Plenty of drainage back here behind the wall. Our lights mounted onto the top. And these have a little hole for the wire to come out, so there's no cutting or grinding of the stone. Lights were provided by Site 1. There's a pro grade lighting. The bases came from Lowe's, but now they have this nice big flat area, and I have everything pitched this way with a small swale running down, out and around everything, and then down the front yard going away from the house. May be able to just barely make it out right there. And then the grade goes up, gravel up plenty high. And we're finished with this job 100%. We have seed, wind's been blowing straw everywhere like crazy.